If you've missed any of the earlier episodes of the Great Tastes series and want to see the shows and get all the recipes, go to greattastesmb.ca. Watch them when you want to watch them.
Welcome back to Great Tastes of Manitoba, Dairy Best Brunches with Dairy Farmers of Manitoba and Sarah Cahill. Okay, very exciting. We're doing scones, which I know this is supposed to be about brunch, but can I have them any time of day?
Absolutely.
Of course I can, of course you can, and we're going to make them up for you here, and you can too at home. Remember, you can find these recipes at greattastesmb.ca. Where do we start?
Okay, we're gonna start by making our dough. Okay, so what makes this recipe so wonderful is that we have quality ingredients in it. We have milk, we have butter, both made from our Manitoba dairy producers. So we have some really good quality ingredients to start off with.
Always a good place to start.
That's right. So we're gonna be adding these ingredients to our dry mixture. So our dry mixture is flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, baking soda.
Simple enough.
Very simple, yeah. So to which we're gonna add our butter. Now our butter is actually, it's cool, it's not cold. So we let it sit out of the fridge just a little bit before we
So it doesn't have to actually be like
it in.
room temperature. I know some recipes do call for room temperature butter. So like you take it out of the fridge, what's cool butter? Like
I would say take it out of the fridge for like an hour.
An hour, okay.
Yeah, take it out of an hour. It should still be cool to the touch.
Right.
Not soft to the touch. And the reason you want it to still be cool is because you don't want it to melt into this. You want it to actually form like a coarse crumb. So what happens is you'll get a lot of the butter kind of stuck to your, this is called a pastry blender.
Yeah.
So we're just going to get it off the pastry blender.
You have to kind of work it a bit.
A little bit, right?
This might be good if you're having a frustrating day and you need to take out some, anxiety on butter and flour and other good things.
The end result is a scone and something wonderful to drink at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we have a nice coarse crumb. You could go a little bit further if you wanted with this. It's usually you're looking for crumbs that are about pea-sized shaped, right?
So that's really about it.
It's kind of about it right here. Okay, so to our crumb mixture, we're going to add our milk. So
I think this is another thing I learned from you, actually, that I do all the time now.
That's right. It's a cheat for buttermilk. I don't always have buttermilk in the fridge, and so this is going to be milk. It's 1 cup to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And so basically it just curdles the milk, and for some reason it always makes baking taste so much better when you use buttermilk.
Like it thickens. It's really, really good.
So delicious. So we're just going to pour that into our dry ingredients, and we're going to mix it up. I like using a fork just to make like a ragged dough.
Okay.
As I'm mixing this up, if you want, I see you're jumping ahead to those strawberries, so that's great.
Too soon? Or
no, not too soon.
Good timing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can use any kind of berry in these, but I do enjoy strawberries because they're something we can get a lot of in the summertime here in Manitoba.
Yeah.
We're adding the flour just to take some of the excess moisture out of there.
This is where you don't want to take your frustrations out because it's just a gentle, you just want to get the flour kind of.
That's right.
How's that?
And if you over agitate it, then it makes more juice, right?
Right.
So that looks good, yeah. And so then our mixture here, we're going to gather into a ball. So this is kind of where the kneading actually takes place.
Okay.
And so you can see it's actually sticking to my hands quite a bit. I think it was a little bit moist when I started. I didn't mix it quite as well as I should have.
That's all right.
So if you flour your hands actually before you get into here, it will help you out quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so basically you just keep working it into the bowl using the heel of your hand, and then eventually it actually will all come together.
As long as it's incorporated, it's not like you have to knead it like,
No,
a ton.
And you know what? Just this, bringing it all together, the wet and the dry ingredients, is all the kneading you need.
Okay.
So that's what's great. So I've already done this for us. So we don't have to keep going all the way to the end.
So we'll abandon that ship for the moment.
That's
and
right.
we'll come here to this beautiful, what this reminded me of, like watching my grandma bake. You can see those little bits of butter in there and stuff, and it's just marvelous.
And yeah, it's basically what we did is we took the dough ball and then we spread it out onto a very well floured surface.
Yeah.
And so basically flour on the bottom, flour on the dough ball, make sure it's nice and good.
Yeah, so it's not sticking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flour on the hands always,
Yes.
because then that makes it less sticky,
Yeah.
right? So we've got our strawberries. Okay, so the trick to making this and to incorporating the strawberries so that they don't like bust out of the dough everywhere is putting them on half of your dough.
Scone starter.
And picture it like a calzone. So we're gonna fold it over in half.
Oh my gosh.
And so we're gonna it's like a calzone or
This
a massive
delights
pierogi,
me greatly.
whatever you want.
Look at that.
And then we're gonna fold it in half again.
Do you need more of this?
No, I should be okay for now. Okay, and so then we're gonna gather it all together into a nice ball, and we're gonna pat it out into a circle again. And so once you have your circle, you're looking for about a 9-inch circle.
Okay.
You know, some of them will poke out a bit,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's okay. That actually makes a really beautiful scone.
Okay.
So once you have your nice circle, then you're gonna cut it into 12 pieces.
Okay.
I usually like using a long knife.
Yeah.
So we can cut it this way, and then again this way, and then you keep going all the way through.
Okay, and then I know you can drizzle a little bit of icing, a little bit of sauce on top of it.
That's right. So I just made a very simple glaze. It's icing, sugar, and milk. If you wanted to just cut the tip off of this.
Okay.
Then.
All right. I know we got Aaron waiting to come in here, so we
Yeah.
have to like.
There we go. Look at this.
Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know this is going to be so good.
Yeah.
I actually can't wait to find out what Aaron's going to do. It was a bit of a challenge for him, but I think he's going to rise to the occasion, and we'll check in with him in just a moment here on Great Tastes of Manitoba. Stay with us.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by GreatTastesMB.ca. Local farms, local foods.